So who knew that basic household items that you could find in your house, garage, kitchen can be made into perfume? I'm talking about WD-40 and Fabuloso. Yes, they are now perfumes. You can wear them. Smells like WD-40 and smells like Fabuloso from the folks at MSCHF. Are you guys familiar with this store? They do some pretty interesting things, and they've created fragrances out of basic household products. So I'm going to talk to you about these fragrances coming right up. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's Sebastian. We're talking about these very strange fragrances that actually smell pretty darn good. So I didn't hear about this until somebody told me that they're doing this online. You know who you are if you're watching. But I was curious, but the first time they dropped the Smells Like WD-40, I wasn't able to buy it. So it happened again, and they recently dropped Smells Like WD-40 and also Smells Like Fabuloso at the same time. So I was able to buy a couple of bottles of each just before they ran out of Smells Like WD-40 again. So these were sold for 30 ml bottles at $48 each, fairly inexpensive. These are kind of novelty, fun, playful kind of things to have, but actually they smell pretty good. I've been a fan of the smells of the original items, so having them as perfumes was not a bad idea. For me, WD-40 always had that kind of greasy, oily smell that was sort of addicting. It also had a bit of gasoline-like industrial smells of, manufacturing and things like that. So all rolled into one. I always enjoyed the smell, and every once in a while when I needed to do something with the usage of WD-40, I always, smelled it out because I liked the smell. And then also with something like Fabuloso, I was always a fan of Pine Sol. I'm thinking maybe MSCHF will do Pine Sol next. But when I first smelled Fabuloso on some floor somewhere, I was instantly hooked with that lavender smell. So always liked it. Every once in a while, I might buy some to use as cleaning solution, but I don't buy it all the time because it's kind of in a different department. But I like the smell. It's lavender. Very synthetic. Both of these are very synthetic smells. And it was kind of addicting. Again, like Pine Sol, I used to really enjoy that smell. But later when I discovered Fabuloso with its lavender overdose, I got hooked to that smell and have enjoyed the smell quite a bit. So I was very curious about these fragrances. So these are, as I said, 30 ml bottles. It says Parfume on the back. Let me just show you right there. Parfume Natural Spray, 30 fluid ounce, Cologne. That's the front, actually. The back is where they have a product of MSCHF. And right down here is their address. And on the back here, it says alcohol, 58% fragrance, 40% water, 2%. And that is for the Smells Like WD-40. And on the back of the Fabuloso, we've got less alcohol, 38%, 60% fragrance, and 2% water. On the inside sleeve, it does say Eau De Parfum, and it says Cologne in parentheses. So I guess those of you that don't know Eau De Parfum will know what Cologne is. So this is the Smells Like WD-40, and here is what the actual bottle looks like. It's basically like a large atomizer, and there's the actual juice right there. So they've run out of this one again. I think it's very popular. I'm sure some YouTubers have done some videos on this, but it's run out. Maybe they'll drop it again, and hopefully they'll bring some other products. But as of the shooting of this video, the Smells Like Fabuloso is still selling at $48 for 30 ml. So the store doesn't list the notes. I was doing some online research, and I came across some information. So the fragrance itself is very minerally. It's also greasy, oily. The smell of motor oil comes to mind with this. Grease comes to mind. But get this, there is a vanillic aspect to this which makes for a better wear. So when I first bought this, I thought it was more of a novelty thing. I wasn't really going to wear it, but I wanted to have it. But wearing it, it does start off very motor oily, greasy, and then vanilla develops. So the idea of vanilla and also this greasy mineral motor oily grease thing is quite addicting, and you want to continue smelling it. Being the vanilla lover I am, I wasn't expecting the vanilla whatsoever. And that's why I feel like this makes for a great, not only novelty thing to have, a fun, playful thing, but also to wear. I have some friends that really love greasy fragrances, oily fragrances, like gasoline and industrial grease and a manufacturing plant and all these things that go into the creation of manufactured things. So that idea is here, but it is kind of toned down with the vanilla. But when you first spray it, as I said, it's all the grease, the oil, that minerally stuff, and vanilla creeps in and balances out the grease and the oil and the minerals to give you a combo of vanilla. In this case, it might be vanillin because Fragrantica says it's vanillin. I am not 100% sure what kind of vanilla it is, but it does get vanillic sweet for sure, and it makes for a really interesting wear. So let's go ahead and quickly spray the actual WD-40 on here and see what kind of smell it has. It's pretty greasy. For me, it's not as strong as the actual fragrance. And also, I feel like the fragrance is concentrated, whereas the actual product is more blended with oil. But yeah, it's actually developing on this tissue. The smell is getting stronger, more minerally, oily. But what I've noticed with the actual product, the WD-40, compared to the MSCHF smells like WD-40, they are different scents. It eventually ends up being different scents, but they start out very similar. But with the perfume, it's higher concentrated. You smell a lot more when you first spray it. With the actual product, it's a bit more washed out. So the smell is there, it's not really concentrated. But it is kind of getting more concentrated as it sits, develops, and it doesn't get vanillic. That's the other thing. So that's what I have to say about this product. Very interesting product. I'm glad to have it. And I actually enjoy the scent, as I said. And there are those folks that do enjoy that kind of greasy, oily, motor oily kind of a smell. Gasoline is also another thing that comes to mind with this. There is a bit of a reminder of gasoline. So those of you that enjoy that kind of a scent, maybe look out for the next drop of MSCHF's Smells Like WD-40. I'm going to go ahead and spray it on here just to give you a little more advice on how it wears. Yeah, again, very concentrated when you first spray it on your skin from here. I'm not going to spray this stuff on skin. But the perfume itself, I am. But it's much stronger than the actual product. It's like literally perfume, but smelling of the WD-40. And then I can also smell like the vanillic sweetness kind of coming through the grease and the oil and the gasoline smell. And I think maybe it is vanillin, because I remember using vanillin for cooking when I was young. I used to do a lot of cooking. It does smell more like vanillin rather than vanilla. But it is vanillic after all. It's vanilla. But this is a fun fragrance. Really, really fun to have. Okay, so that's MSCHF's Smells Like WD-40. The bottom here a little bit. Anyway, have you guys heard about this? Have you gotten your nose on it? Very interesting to have. Like I said, it's like a collectible thing, but it's actually really wearable. And that's the other thing. Sometimes I get close to like fixtures and things like that, and it's been WD-40'd, and I'm reminded of the smell of the WD-40 all over again. But with Smells Like WD-40, it's much more fun to wear. That vanilla just does a lot for it, and it cuts through the grease and the gasoline and the motor oil. Okay, so next we've got Smells Like Fabuloso. This is the actual cleaning product. Are you guys familiar with this product? Have you smelled it actually? I just bought this for this specific video and then to keep here in the studio to do some cleaning. But yeah, I like the smell. But in the actual the product itself, it smells a bit more citrusy compared to the actual perfume. So Smells Like Fabuloso, once again, it's 30 ml Parfume natural spray is what it says. It is $48. And again, as I said, as of the shooting of this video, this product was still selling on the MSCHF website. And on the back, alcohol 38%, for fragrance 60% water, 2%. I already read that to you guys. And for the notes of this one, there's definitely lots of lavender. And in the product, there's citruses. I'm not getting too much citruses here, but there is a bit of a citrusy edge about it. And maybe a bit of vanilla or vanillin once again with this product, because it does get sweet. It's more lavender for sure, and it's the synthetic variety of lavender. You're not smelling like a real herb, but it does have the reminder of lavender. There's aromatic touches, herbal touches, and things like that. So let's go ahead and open this up. It's interesting also, I mentioned that the actual fragrance is 40% in the WD-40, but the actual fragrance is 60% in the Smells Like Fabuloso. So there's more perfume in the Fabuloso compared to the WD-40. And I can kind of see that. It does act more like a fragrance here with the Smells Like Fabuloso compared to Smells Like WD-40. And I think maybe the lavender is also contributing to that. It just acts more like a perfume because the other does have that greasy, oily, gasoline-like smell. But here, it's all very aromatic and herbal with the lavender. And so here is the Smells Like Fabuloso. Again, these are fun. They're very fun products. It's got the MSCHF on there. And once again, similar like a bottle. It's a 10... It's actually 30 ml. What am I saying? It's a 1 ounce. So it's a 30 ml bottle. But let's go ahead and quickly smell. It's a total reminder of the actual Fabuloso product. Really, really addictive smell. Again, the first time I smelled that actual cleaning product was like a house cleaned, and then I came and I smelled it, and the smell lingers on with the cleaning product. And it is an addictive smell. You like it, but it's very synthetic. It doesn't smell all natural. Like when you smell Fabuloso and you smell it next to an herb, like the lavender herb, they don't smell alike, but you do smell lavender in a synthetic form. And that kind of a smell is addictive. And again, this is just an overdose of Fabuloso. All it's lavender with light citruses. And again, it does sweeten up on skin, so it is kind of warming up. And there's some things happening here with the fragrance developing. And I do get a little bit of vanilla. It's not a lot of vanilla, not like the vanilla in the Smells Like WD-40. But more like a vanillic sweetness comes in. And it might not even be vanilla. It might be some kind of a sweetener in there. But it does get sweeter as it's progressing on skin. But a really fun wear for sure. It's very aromatic. It's very lavendery, herbal, but the synthetic variety for sure. It's sweet, citrusy, and also spicy, but very, very fresh. And I feel like the Smells Like Fabuloso is more of a fresh wear. And the Smells Like WD-40 is more of a warm wear. Even though it has that greasiness up top and things like that. The oil, the gasoline, the mineral-y stuff. Yeah, it does get sweet. And that vanillin is so, so good. Both of these are really, really fun and totally worth it. And if you are a collector or you like some odd kind of fragrances like these products that you're familiar with, the smell of, that you like and you're addicted to, definitely check these out. Again, for a collector like me, I am always looking for new smells. So these definitely have won me over. I was very cautious at first, though, when I bought them. I was scared, actually. Like, not scared, but like, am I really going to like these? Are they going to live up to what they are? And for me, they do. They really, really do. They're just fun novelty items to have and to go back to. And even the WD-40 one, I was more cautious about. Am I going to like the smell of grease? And the fact that it has that vanillin in it, I really like both of them. So I'm looking forward to what they're going to drop next. I've got to stay on guard and see. If you haven't been able to get the WD-40 one, I'd say, and you're interested, I'd say look for it and get it the next time. And again, the Fabuloso one is selling. You can buy it. I bought these. In fact, I bought 3. I bought a set for a friend and 2 for me. And if they don't ever drop them again, I'll have the 2 sets that I have. But I am hoping they'll do another one, a third one, something completely off the wall. We'll see. Might not be a cleaning product, or maybe it will. Might be a household item, maybe bug spray or something. I don't know. Maybe that could be made into a fragrance, don't you think? I think it's doable. But again, they're not that expensive. They're fun. They're playful. If you're a collector and you have friends over for like sniff sessions and things like that, and I do that here. I do that with clients come in and do sniff sessions, and they might want to smell. It smells like WD-40. They might want to smell. It smells like Fabuloso, and I'll have them here. And you could do that with them as well. Like if you do like little parties, sniffing parties at home, and you can pull them out and have fun with them. I think that's what they're for mostly, but they are actually wearable. You can wear these. I'm wearing them. And the longevity on these, they do linger on. They're Eau De Parfum. In fact, even though the Fabuloso has more oil content, fragrance content oil, I felt like the WD-40 lasts a little longer compared to the Fabuloso. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's the vanilla, maybe it's the greasiness, but they're both very similar in longevity. But as far as which one outperforms the other with performance and, the longevity, it was the smells like WD-40. But anyway, that's all I have for you today. I highly recommend these if you are a collector, you like novelty items, and you're interested in funny, weird, odd fragrances. Both of them I do recommend. They're fun to have. It's smells like WD-40, smells like Fabuloso from the House of Mischief. I guess I can call them House of Mischief. I don't know much about this brand or company. I have heard that they've done some things with Chanel fragrances as well. I don't follow them. A friend told me about these, and that's how I found out about them. And the first time I tried to buy the WD-40, they were sold out. So luckily, he's warned me that they're back again, so I was able to buy them. But are you guys familiar with this online store or brand or whatever they are? Let me know. Put a comment down below what you like about them. And if you have gotten your nose on these two fragrances, also let me know. Put a comment down below. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please list below. Please like this video. Please share it. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.